And it's like, it's not like in school they teach you how to focus, things like that. You know,
you really don't.
Like, especially now with like kids. Like I see my sister, she's on her phone, she's on her laptop playing video games, doing everything, and you're just like, dang, you don't have a second for you to just like sit by yourself and just be still.
It's crazy, bro. Literally, it's like the split of attention is like, let's use percentage.
Mm-hmm.
So you could be 100% on one thing,
Mm-hmm.
or okay, for example, my sister will be doing this thing. She'll be watching a show on her Mac,
Mm-hmm.
on her MacBook, like she'll be laying down on the couch, show on a thing,
Mm-hmm.
phone, watching another show.
Mm-hmm. I'm mad.
So so the show's going on here. There's a show going on here, and then she's like this,
Yeah.
and then sometimes she's eating. So, bro, if she's if 100% is focusing on one thing, two things, you're already 50-50.
Yeah.
Three, you're 33. Like, bro, the quality at which you do things when your attention is split just goes half right away.
It was mad, bro. But like some people are actually able to do it, like multitask and like do it efficiently.
It just depends on what you're multitasking.
Yeah, that's true.
Because there's things like something like editing, you can't just half-ass. You can't just multitask editing.
Yeah, you can't do that.
Like just making any kind of like art,
Mm-hmm.
you should not be around like jumping around from like.
Mm-hmm.
You can jump around in the art because some people like listen with music. They'll jump from project to project, from like save file to save file.
I feel like that's every artist kind of thing. Is like
some people work like that.
Yeah, you know.
But going from like working on Ableton and then you're watching a show and then you're texting someone back.
It's chaotic.
It's like you're just slowing yourself down.
Yeah.
Might as well, because I think a lot of people are just scared.
It's literally like a computer, bro. You could only have that many types of like.
The more shit you open, the slower the computer gets.
Yeah, you know.
And that's a great analogy.
Yeah.
Some people, what you're saying is some people have more RAM than others.
Yeah,
you just gotta figure out how much RAM you have.
Yeah, 1,000%.
But something like exporting. It requires a lot of your computer.
Yeah.
So if you really want to do anything else, it's gonna considerably slow it down.
Yeah, of course. Oh yeah, that was what I was talking about. Like usually for me, I don't have those issues because I know I'm not gonna be doing shit during the afternoon, like between like let's say like 12 o'clock to like 6 or 7. That's just like me chilling.
Really?
Yeah.
12 like PM?
Yeah.
To 7 PM?
Yeah.
So you work like in the morning?
Yeah, like ideally. Right now, like my schedule's been kind of fucked up.
Yeah, of course.
But usually, like when I have like work and things like that, 6 in the morning, I hit the gym. 7 o'clock, I have some food, whatever not.
Yeah.
And then
wake up,
do whatever I need to get done until 12. I'm chilling. And then I like to do editing at nighttime. That's where I get in the zone, right? And during those times, there's like not a lot of people are like hitting you up during those times. You know,
that's the thing, man. Like that's why I realized like with scheduling and working, especially just doing like homework earlier. Yeah, it's my parents are home.
Oh yeah. So being at home is
my mom. If my mom needs you, you can't just be like I'm working. I was gonna be like you're gonna be here now. So if I want to do that and not have the distraction, I have to leave the house or I have to go in my room and lock the door. But that doesn't stop her from calling. That don't stop your parents. Yo. So like, but fucking past 12, past 12 a.m. Yeah. When it's just like when everyone's asleep, or like when you wake up early in the morning. Yeah. So for a bit, what I try to do is like I would wake up, and the only thing I would do before I start working is brush my teeth and shower.
Yeah, you get shit done first, and then it feels like you've got stuff accomplished.
Shower, go on Ableton, work on a track for like 30 minutes to 3 hours, depending on what I have scheduled for the day. Just get the creation part out, and then morning routine
and all that stuff. That's solid. Like, how do you for you at least personally for music? I know like at times you don't want to work on a project or things like that, you know? You're just like, fuck, this is a drag. I ain't trying to do this right now. Like, how do you get yourself into that zone when you know you have to meet a certain kind of deadline?
If I have to meet a deadline, I'll usually make it happen. If it's on a deadline, if it's like personal, like just projects, ideally you show up every day. Like, even if it's for a little bit, you show up every day, you do it, and then you do what you gotta do and you move on. But sometimes it's like resting is important. So I think a lot of people feel like they have to work, but what you don't realize is, like, bro, if your body's telling you to rest, you rest. Like, when it's time to rest, you rest, because also, like, life happens. So, like, if you're going through it and you're not even allowing yourself to go through it because you feel like you need to be working, you're not helping yourself at all.
That's true.
Because then that's how burnout happens. Burnout happens when you don't listen to your body. And you try to force your body to work when your body's telling you that it needs to rest. Like, ideally, I realized, like, sleeping like 6 hours, like, losing sleep is something that is kind of like that's become a last resort to me. I used to always think, like, oh, like, during these grind years, 6 hours and a half is max that I'll do. Like, I'll just drink coffee even if I'm tired, just so I can get the work. Nah. Get the rest.
Nah, I get you.
It's not worth it.
I get you, but yo, man's gotta make moves.
But when you're tied, when you're scheduled to, which is why I think also, well, that's a problem with I mean, it's not a problem, it's a problem, but it's not a problem in the sense of, like, it means the system's bad. It's just a problem for you to figure out how to work through within the system, which is the fact that you have to pay rent. I don't have to pay rent yet, so I can afford to get the extra sleep because I'm not even, like, working right now. So I can understand, like, sacrificing a little sleep when you know you have, like, a shift later in the day, but you also have some creative work or some other, like, side hustle work you want to do. Like, let's say you have some editing to do for Nick today, but then you also had a shift, like, later in the day. So it's all about knowing. Yeah,
there's different pros and cons to everything.
What's your schedule like?
Yeah, what your schedule like. But I think there's, like, different pros and cons of, like, living by yourself and living with family.
100%.
Like, I find living with family, things, like, everything's done. Like, your breakfast is cooked for you, lunch, dinner, all that. You don't need to worry about half this, like, living shit, you know? But you also don't have privacy.
No privacy.
And privacy is so important, and my parents don't realize that.
Like, having people over is a bit more complicated.
Yeah, all that stuff.
Fucking, your parents can just, like I was saying earlier, you can just come into your room and interrupt you working, meditating, whatever you're doing. Like, that requires you to just not be interrupted. Yeah. They could just be like, gave birth to you, I can do whatever I want.
Oh, God, bro.
I need you upstairs right now.
But, like, what I realize when I go home is I don't get stuff done at home because it's a place of comfort for me. And I can't do stuff because I'm just, like, too... Like, I don't even wash the dishes. I'm just like, yo, fuck.
That's my challenge right now. Yeah. Because the only place you have for yourself in a family home is your room. Yeah. And that's if, like, sometimes the family will have, like, an office space, but sometimes it's someone else's, and sometimes someone else is using it, and you have to share it. But what's happened is my room is where I sleep, is where I rest. And
you don't want it to be a place of stress.
And it's also where I work. Yeah. So sometimes your brain is lazy, so it tries to associate things with things, so it gets into a state automatically once you enter an environment. Yeah. So what happens is sometimes I'll literally feel it. Like, you'll feel a dissonance because you're in a location where you both work and rest. So your body's like, which one are we going to do? So your body's like, I want to rest, but I have work to do. So then you're just stuck. You're like, what the fuck am I going to do right now?
I know those ones.
So that's why, like, I started doing this thing where I take the bed out of the room. So I mentally turn, like, that's why rituals are important, because me doing that is, like, setting your mind up to, like, understand that, like, this is no longer a room to
honestly, get one of those bed couches, just because...
I'm going to get a folding.
Yeah, like, one of those things, like like one of them Japanese. I don't know. The Japanese
I might
know a lot of shit, bro.
I don't want to put a couch in my room. I'm probably just gonna get like one of those foldable mattresses,
or like like those mattresses that like you could just like kind of push up onto the wall.
There's also no. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna get one of those Japanese ones, because the Japanese ones, there's basically, I think they're called, I don't know what the Japanese word for it is.
Oh, a futon.
Like just futons, where you just
just
roll it up.
Do you sleep on the ground usually?
I slept on the ground while finishing Europe. It was very interesting because I don't know, I just needed the discomfort.
Mm-hmm.
But a futon is a bit thicker, so it's the ease of being able to put it away.
You just roll it up and stuff like.
That.
I think you get some like tatami mats and stuff like that too, just to make the feel everything like that.
Yeah.
I feel like making your room very comfortable and just like I was talking with my roommate about this, but just making it flow, is very important, because like if it's like a messy room is like a messy headspace, and you don't want that.
Because it tends to be a physical manifestation of what's happening inside. So I think ideally you want to clean before and after.
Mm-hmm.
You want to clean at the start of the day, at the end of the day, before work and after work. So my room is, since I do everything, like, so let's say you're going to set up some photo shit, you clean the room up and set it up for the photo shit, and when you're done the photo shit, you take it away. The thing that happens with people is they're just like, I'll do it later. Or like at the end, especially when you're done working and you're tired, like, fuck, the last thing I want to do right now is like put shit away and clean up.
That's what happens with me in the photo shoots. If I do it like in my room, I just like, not in my room, but like in the living room. I was like, this is a tomorrow.
But then it adds up, because when you're not tired, you know what I mean?
Like, no, honestly, tomorrow, bro. Like, fuck it. I'm not gonna, because like I have to keep in mind I have a roommate, but like I can't just leave my shit everywhere.
That's true. Accountability.
That's disrespectful.
Yeah, that's not gonna take my head. It's already 3%. Excellent.
That's